guys. Peace and blessings. Welcome to my life, Real Talk with your girl, Lady D. Hope you guys can hear me real good because when I come on this live, I usually have problems. But I'm gonna see if I can go ahead and make it through. If not, I'm going to go ahead and just maybe camera or take this green screen off. So let me go ahead and play the 30-second countdown back, and then I go on with my commentary. So again, guys, welcome to Real Talk with your girl, Lady D. I'm back making sure that I check my audio and make sure that everything is okay because every time when I come on live for some reason I tend to go into the matrix for some reason or another. But again, guys, welcome to Real Talk with your girl, Lady D. As you can see by the title, I want to know, is religion is used as a bait, which we know that is just causing so much, stuff that's going on in this world, as you can look right there. So we're gonna take a dive into when it comes to religious, and not only religion, but our spirituality, because we know that we are spiritual, very spiritual people. But when it comes to religion, we know people, they'll take it and they'll use it, against us. And as you can see, that's the reason why you see so many different churches on every corners, because people, they like to take things to make it even spoken of. But I want to know, guys, do you think that when it comes to religion, is it used as a bait, and did they use religion to colonize and enslave our people? So guys, let me know, because like I said, this right here is a lot. And when it comes to stuff like this right here in our history, the rabbit hole goes very, very deep, because we already know that they did any and everything to go ahead and erase our history. But like I said, the information is out there. And as you can see right there, ignorant is a choice. Our people are destroyed because of lack of knowledge. And all we have to do now, like I said, everything is at a push of a button. We don't even have to go into libraries. We don't even have to leave the comfort of our home, because all the information is right there. We are in the age of technology. And a lot of people, are talking about, all the stuff that is out there, artificial intelligence, it's the mark of the beast, where anything, anything that you glorify, anything that you put before your God. But we know when it comes to all this stuff that's out there, even man making it, but man is only making things that's going to, I look at it as going to expose itself. So guys, I hope you can hear me real good, because I see so far, my screen, it looks like, everything is pretty much until I go ahead and play the playback. But like I said, guys, this is it. Ready or not, it's coming. We are in the age of information. I truly believe that what the Most High God is doing, He is raising the bottom up. Yes, He is. He is raising the bottom up. Where now you seeing right now, like I said, our people, they are saying enough is enough. And I know that a lot of people, don't want to hear this, but like I said, sometimes I feel like, Lord, should I come on and tell it to our people? But God say, tell it to them anyway. Tell it to them, because our people are some stiff-necked people, where, they will believe anything that somebody else would tell them, and they will look at it as Bible. But when we've been teaching and preaching and telling the same thing, then they don't want to hear it. But somebody else come along and tell them, then they want to hear it, because that's the type of world that we live in. So I want to know, when it comes to religion, and we already know that religion is only a superstitious, it's really superstitious. It's something that man made. God didn't make religion, because we know we already know that we serve the most high God with all our heart, our mind, our soul, our body, and it's not about organizations or a church. Man has made that. And the reason why man had made that, because what they were trying to do is they was trying to separate so they can sit there and have all different religion and all different organizations all there. It is a ball of confusion. But like I said, we are now living in the latter days right now where it's no more excuses. All the information right now, as you can see, is out there. And like I said, when it comes to people, the Bible is not just pre-ancient stories or just a history book. The Bible is Bible prophecies. What it's doing is it's telling you what's coming, what's going to come. It's not something that you think that is going to be written on a tablet or on ink. The letter kill it. But the word of God now is in our heart. So all we have to do right now is open up our mouth. I see my girls in the house, Starbucks lover. Can you see me real good? Let me know if I'm going into the matrix. Give me a thumbs up, Star, because you know how it is when I come on live. I don't know if it's intentionally. I don't know if it's my internet service or they say put it close by you. I got it close by me, but for some reason, I still, I still go into the matrix. But let me know if you can hear me real good because I see right here, it looked like everything is clear. So I don't see no problems. But if I have to go ahead and take the green screen off, I'll go ahead and take that off right there. But yeah, I want to go ahead and talk about it. I got the Most High God, just been putting it in my spirit. I mean, it's like he been downloading so much information where sometimes I say, "Oh my God," it's just so much. And the thing about it is that our people are so conditioned and so caught and stuck into their own tradition and their own ways that they don't want to come out of the box. Like I said, I am a Christian. I was baptized as a Christian, but I'm open. And now I really don't even call myself a Christian no more. I call myself a believer because what I am doing now, I am seeking truth. And like I said, no more of these hocus pocus stories. And when you see that, when I make those videos, thank you, Star. She said, yes, I can see just fine. When I make those videos, and even though you might see like some animation videos or you might see some voiceovers, you have to realize this right here, this social media site, even though it may be our platform, but we don't own this. So sometimes you have to make things, in order to confuse the enemy. He that have an ear, let him hear what I'm saying. Some people might catch it. Some of it might goes over their head where it is, oh, I don't want to see, she's, doing an animation video or she sometimes you have to confuse the enemy because if we start coming out and start teaching and re-educating our people, you think these people want to hear that? No, all these people wants to hear is drama. Long as we can entertain and stroke and tickle our people ears, that's exactly what they want to hear. That's exactly what they want to hear. Thank you, Star. Star always on the grind. Thank you very, very much. And like I said, all what she's doing, like I said, I pray that God continue blessing her, because I've been asking Most High God to send me, people that I know that, close to my heart, people that see the vision. But just like when it comes to, let me see if I can go ahead and show you this right here. Everybody's talking about, let me see. I don't know if I had put that picture up. Let me see. Let me go ahead and, because I was sitting there saying, Lord, should I come on? Or, but like I said, if I start making videos before you know it, all the editing, I'm gonna end up cutting it, So I say I might as well just come on. But yeah, let me go. A lot of people are talking about I don't even know her name, Suki Hana. They all talking about her, and if I'm pronouncing her name wrong, then charge it to my heart because, like I said, I'm not really into all the stuff that is going on out there. Which we have to know exactly what's going on because I truly believe. that we going to be the ones that's going to judge. Now, I'm not here to sit there and judge it, but I'm just telling you what the word of God is saying. Now, a lot of people, Sukihana, if I'm pronouncing her name wrong, guys, just show me how to pronounce it, because I might be bushing her name. You are saying her name correctly. All right, thank you, thank you. So, a lot of people are talking about Sukihana, and like I said, what you see right here is something that is behind that. Now, I'm not here to judge my sister because, like I told you guys, I don't have a heaven or hell to put anyone in. I don't have the power to lay it down, and I sure don't have the power to raise it back up. But when it comes to Sukihana, all the stuff that she is doing out there when she went to the VMAs award, and how she's out there on the ground, and you can see that the child is not happy. But the thing about it is, what have gotten the world so blinded is because of the things that's in this world. People, especially when it comes to our people think that we have to sell our soul in order to put food on our table. It's like, just like what Africa is going through. Guys, make sure you watch the videos how Africa now is waking up, where they are telling these people to get the heck out of their continent. Get out. Africa now is waking up, where this new generation, which I've been telling you guys for a long time, this right here is what I call the Joshua generation, where this generation is saying enough is enough. But let me go ahead and finish talking about this right here. When it comes to Sukahana, there's a power that is behind all this. All they are doing is want us to stereotype one another, because they know who we are. They know that we are gods and goddesses. So if they can put this information out that we are thugs, we are nobodies, and you know stuff like what you see right now, what she's doing, then they could continue working behind the scene. They could continue plotting against us. But all this right here of what you see is nothing but a cheap trick. The only thing that my sister just don't see it, because she are so blinded by the things of the world. And I promise you, when she see herself, she hate what she sees. She most likely is convicted. But the thing about it is that they have sold their self out, because they feel that that is the only way that they can be able to get the finer things and the nice things that's in this world. But like I said, the earth is the Lord's and the fullness thereof, and everything that you see, it belongs to us anyway. It's just like what Africa is going through, parts of Africa in Niger, how we got these people that's coming into France just because they had colonized almost the entire continent of Africa, where they think that they are entitled to these people's stuff. But like I say, when it comes to this generation right here, this generation, they have said enough is enough. This generation is waking up, where they are no longer going to continue to allow these people to rock us to sleep. So what they are doing is they are coming in and taking all these people resources, and not leaving nothing, not even trying to help them. All they out for themselves. That's just like somebody coming into your home, eating all your food, and then try to set orders and didn't put not one daggone dime in it. Make it make sense. So when it comes to our people, they looking at the material side of stuff. And guys, and I'm going to continue saying it on all of my videos, that you cannot build a solid foundation off a material possession. That's like building a house on sinking sand. But they had put this in our people, that what they think that they are doing is they are giving us another way of living, but they're not giving us another way of living. If anything, we are just like our former president of the United States. What he said, that Africa is an S-hole. Now, if Africa is an S-hole, why they can't stay out? See, They would tell that because everything is a mind game. That's why I tell you guys, we have to renew our mind because the enemy knows that if he can get in our mind, then he knows that he got us. That's why we have to guard our mind because if not, it's going to be the devil's playground. And as you can see right here, when it comes to my sister, Suki Hana, no, I don't believe that she even like what she's doing, but she have no other choice because she feel that that's her only way out. But the devil, because it was already said behind the scene that she loved her family. She loved us. So let me go ahead and see if I can get off of this green screen because I want to make sure that you can hear me. Let me know if you can hear me again, Star, because let's see if I can. I'm gonna get off of this let me go ahead and get off of this green screen because I had a feeling that I was gonna have problems. You know how it is every time when you're coming on and start trying to re-educate your people, then that's when you start having problems. So let me go ahead and take the green. Okay, I went ahead and took the green screen off because I want to make sure that you guys because say I mean the Most High God been downloading so much information, and it's all dealing when it comes to our people. And like I said, our people are destroyed because of lack of knowledge. But all this stuff that these entertainers and these celebrities and all these people out there that's doing, there's a power behind all that. Because remember, we are not fighting against principality, against power, wicked. That's who we're fighting against. So they know that their time is almost up. So what they doing is they trying to grab as many of our people they are trying to grab. So the first thing when the covers start being ripped off of them, oh no, they are not the chosen ones. Or just look at them. Look how most of them is incarcerated. Look how most of them sitting there got more babies and out there doing the things that you see our sisters out there doing. See, that's what they want because his job is to prove us as guilty before the Most High God. So if he could take a few of these knuckleheads out there and put them in front of TV because TV is a part of brainwashing. Social media is a part of brainwashing because they put that up so we could see because that's how we are. We're going to run with what we see. So if we can see the picture, then we're going to believe it. But like I said, a lot of this stuff is false evidence appears to be real. Just right, it's all real. And I was like, God, because I was looking at the numbers, just like just we start looking at the numbers and start looking at our situation, then we're gonna start having self. And God said, then say it's not in the numbers, it's not about you. All your job is to do is just open up your mouth. It doesn't matter if one or two get it. All you know that once you spoke it out into the atmosphere, then the blood is off of your hands. So I'm going to try to dedicate myself to come on because I truly know that this is it. What you see right now, guys, it cannot get no worse than what you see right now. Satan knows that his time is almost up. And what he is doing right now, guys, he is trying to grab as many as he can because he know that he about to be exposed. Our children, this younger generation right now is raising up. This right here is a Joshua generation. And our job is to sit there and tell them, is to tell them and to show them that you don't have to sit there and shake hands with the enemy because he knows that his time is almost up. And all I can say to my people is get ready, get ready, get ready because God is about to show up. And when it comes to religion, they would use religion. They use religion to grab our people, giving us this false narrative, telling us this lie in order for them to become superior. And I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna break it down because see, guys, stuff like this stuff right here, it just gets me emotional. But like I said, the rabbit hole goes very, very deep, and it's how far you are willing to dig to go and get it. And the Most High God told me, don't even worry about the numbers because you see, when you speak and it hurts their ears because people love to in the things of the world. So, but our job is not to put our foot on nobody. Our job is to sit there and preach the truth. And that's what I'm here right now is to tell the truth. And whoever does not like it, that's something on them because our people are destroyed because of lack of knowledge. And as you can see right here, it says in the age of information, ignorance is a bliss. Oh, I don't want to hear that. Oh, that's doomsday. We have time. No, nobody have time. Time waits for no one. Time waits for no one. So let me go ahead and talk about this right here because the title of is religion a bait. Is religion a bait? And all this stuff right here, most of the stuff that happened, like I say, it's out there. All this information is nothing new. And the only way that we are destroyed because we chose not to go and get the truth. All the stuff that they had taught us, some of that stuff, just like I had said on my videos, we have to shake that stuff off. We have to shake it off because we bit off a lie. But the truth is out there, and the truth going to surely find its way back home. As you can see, they have sitting themselves on the throne. They have made themselves God, and it all started, like I said there and say, because we are some stiff-necked, knuckle-headed people. We are the type of people that we will let any and everybody in, but when it's our people, oh, we quick to sit there and put our foot on their neck. But anybody else, that false light, that angel light will come in, we'll start rolling the red carpet for them. And that's why we are in the predicament that we are in now. When the Most High God told us not to go from off the holy of holiness, we want to sit there and we want to provoke the hands of God. You cannot cast your pearls to swines because when you start casting your pearls to swines, this is what's going to happen. When you already sitting on the mountain, you already sit on the holy of holiness. You don't have to go into no other country. You don't have to go into no other town, whatever, valleys. You don't have to go nowhere because everything that you got is right there in the house. Everything that you have is right in the house. He that have an ear, let him hear. Africa is one of the richest continent in the world. Africa is the bread basket. All the resources, all the minerals, all the golds, everything is in Africa. So Africa does not have to depend on no one. All the natural foods, they don't have no all that chemicals that we are eating and all these fast food restaurants that we have on every corners. Africa does not have that. So why is Africa wants to come off the holy of holiness and entertain with the world? But to see this generation right here, guys, this right here is a Joshua generation where they no longer going to do what their forefathers have done. Now, I'm not sitting there saying that don't listen to our forefathers. But I'm telling you that this generation right now, like I say, they are on fire, where they are ready to march and sit there and tear them kingdoms down. Satan, I'm coming and I'm tearing your kingdom down. I'm taking it by force. But we have to also we have to sometimes we got to take it back and how all this stuff originated in order to cut that snake head off. And a lot of this stuff had happened because of religion, how they took religion and they took it and they sat there and they made it even spoken of, how the missionaries, how they came in with a smile. See, some people that comes in with a smile and they're gonna tickle your ears and tell you what you want to hear, then you're gonna sit there and you're gonna start getting soft and you're gonna start giving in, not knowing that these people are wolves in sheep clothing. So everybody that smile and tell you what you want to hear, that does not mean that they are a good person. Like I said, I'm not coming here to stroke your ears. This channel is not for everybody. This channel is only for people that say, I am sick of and tired of being sick and tired. But a lot of this stuff right here, guys, it came through colonization. It came through people wanting to be gods, wanting to be superior over one another. And if you look at some of the information that's out there, you would know that when they came in with a lie. They came in so they can sit there and take everything that was not nailed down. But what really had gotten me when I had put the dots together, when it comes to Pope Alexander the Sixth, right there, that was nothing but a devil right there. Pope Alexander the Sixth, how he had signed and orchestrated for the Europeans to go into Africa, go into countries just because there was non-Christians and to take everything that was not nailed down. Now, if you was coming in to help them to, you know, become Christians, first of all, you don't force nothing on anyone. It's a choice. So everyone that was not non-Christian, the missionaries was coming in to, I guess, to introduce them to their religion, to graft them into their religion. Okay, just say that you came to graft them into your religion, but then you want to take everything that belongs to them and you want to and put it in, make it sense. Trying to you me a better way when it comes to my faith, and you trying to tell me that I'm serving all types of gods and false idols and all this other stuff. Why do you take those false gods and these idols and their gold and their minerals, they artifacts, and you put it in your house? Make it make sense. Why are you taking these people diamonds and they golds and you making crowns and you making statues yourself? And the thing about it is that no one questioned that. That was not the act of God. That was the act of a devil. And what had gotten me is that when Pope Alexandra had went into these different continents and enslaved all these people, then what he did was he took all their lands and he gave it to other to most all the land to the Catholic churches, because the Catholic churches own almost 177 million acres of land. And he told all the rest of the colonizers that wherever you put your foot on, whatever land you put your foot on, that you can be able to have it. It was like finders keepers. And we remember, because we use this word all the time, finders keepers, losers weepers, not knowing that it was a history behind it. Like I said, words are powerful. Words are like spells. We thinking that it was some kind of quote or some kind of riddle, but that was a history that was behind finders, keepers, losers, sweepers. So wherever they lay their head, their foot, then they was able to grab that land. So pretty much when it came to Africa, Africa was like a hunter's dreams. It was like treasure. And you remember this movie called Indiana Jones, how they was going into different countries and different places, and they was finding gold. That was just the same because that's exactly what Africa is. They would tell you that Africa is a s-hole. Africa people are poverty, disease. Don't go to those different places. The only reason why they would tell you not to go is to keep you out of it because that's the way that the devil does. He plays the mind game. But getting back to Pope Alexander the Sixth, what he did after he had went ahead and he colonized almost the entire continent of Africa, then he had Leonardo da Vinci to paint his son Cesar Borgia picture. And what he did was he took that picture and he took his son picture that Leonardo da Vinci had painted, and he made that picture as the Messiah. So he had everybody to sit there and idolize and worship the picture of his son. That's how you put the dots together. I hope you guys that this is not going over your head because all this information is already out there. And if you know the history of his son, all the while our people still to this day are still worshiping this false image. You Google, you're going to see this image. So this is not something that I am making up. And you wondering why your life is a living hell because, like I said, spirits got to attach themselves to something. So we praying to this image, and if you only know he was nothing but a hair fire. That's why they say he that you have to sit there and serve a God in spirit and truth, not no image, not no picture. And it took a long time, even for my parents, to take that picture off the wall. And it took, like I say, some of this residue is still on me. I'm still learning. This is something new to me, but I'm willing to come out of the box because a lot of stuff that these people told us was nothing but a whitewash lie. Now, how you going to go into someone else's country and you're going to enslave and take everything that was not nailed down, even the stuff that was nailed down, you went and tried to figure out a way to go ahead and uproot that. And then you make slaves out of these people. Then you paint a picture of your son and you had them to worship your son. Look at this, guys. And this picture right here was on a carriage of that was passed down to Queen Elizabeth. She was riding through town, through her palace, proudly, with this picture on her carriage, where people were saying that this right here is very defensive. How you see a woman that's sitting in a seat, and how you see right here, you see like people, especially people of color, was bowed down and worshiping her like she was a sacrifice, a sacrificial lamb. Look at this picture. Because, like I said, guys, all this information right here, all this information is out there. It's nothing that I'm trying to make up. So don't get mad with the messenger. I'm just a messenger. So, don't get mad with me. And I know that this stuff right here, some of our people know they don't want to hear it. But like I said, I'm just a messenger. But just look at this picture. I want you guys to look at this picture real good because picture, like they say, it tells 1,000 stories. And that's what they wanted when they enslaved our people. They enslaved our people to look at them as God, as superior. And all this right here ain't nothing but white supremacists. Now, if you see this part right here, where you see this man giving this little black child a book, that book right there was the Bible. That book right there was a Bible that they had revised. That they had revised. That right there was the Bible that they had revised. Because what they wanted to do is that they wanted our people to look at them as superior. They wanted our people to look at them as God. And that's why it says that a workman should not be ashamed of rightfully dividing the word of truth, because we are telling our story. That's why it was in the book. It's not written in ink, it's not written on stones, it's written in our heart. We are the living book. We are the word. The word is in our mouth. All we have to do is use it. We are telling our story. They only had a foreshadow of what's to come. But the word of God is in our heart. And all we have to do is stop allowing these people to tickle our ears. Start sitting there studying for yourselves. Stop listening to these people telling you, oh, this book says that. That book says that. All it is somebody else's thoughts. That's all it is. It's somebody else's thoughts. But you are the living word. You are the book. All you have to do is just open it up. And I'm talking about your heart. And you're going to see that the stuff that was taught to you, some of that stuff does not make no sense. Like I said, no more hocus pocus. Their kingdom is coming down. And they know that their time is up. That's why they got our sister on the floor and our brothers sitting there like he's out there messing with the Antichrist, little X9s, whatever his name. All our people got our people all lost. Got our people running after all the things of this world, not knowing that these people coming to them. But you giving your pearls and you casting your pearls to them. Shut the door on them. You don't need nothing that they have because it's all belongs to you. The earth is the Lord's and the fullness thereof. We are the tribe. We are not the lost tribe. We are the stolen tribe. A lot of people out there still out there on different platforms debating, saying that arguing over how many laws and how many curses, and they're trying to attach all that to themselves. Why? When these people are still out there, the real law keepers are out there just plotting overnight, figuring out how to add more laws to the laws that you already have. How are you going to keep up with that? That's like dead weight. When all the Most High God wants us to do is love Him with all our heart, our soul, our mind, just like He wanted our mind, just like He wants us to love our neighbors. But all these different laws, some of this stuff, like I said, God said there and said, I didn't put that yoke around your neck. Man did. A lot of stuff had nothing to do with God. And even the devil probably said that, saying it had nothing to do with me. Because God gave us all a free will. It's up to you. Either you want to be in or you out. You either hot or you're cold. He gives us a free will. So the minute when you sit there and you start going through all this stuff, oh, the devil made me. No, the devil cannot make you do anything. The devil cannot do no more than what the Most High God allow him to do, because he's only the tempter. And the devil is nothing but your Lord self, because you heed into all that stuff. But stop attaching. all these names that these people are putting upon you, all these curses, you all on the corners preaching and teachers telling people you are under all these different curses. The devil, you is a liar. Some of this stuff right here, it happened because of our own, because we don't want to sit there and stop dipping and dabbing in the things of this world. We don't want to sit there and shut our doors on these cankerworms, these palmer worms, and these locusts that's only coming in to suck us up. But soon in a minute, like I said, when our people slip, they want to sit there and take their head and they want to put it on a silver platter and serve it to our oppressors and our enemies. Make it make sense. It doesn't make sense at all. How the hell that you going to call good evil and evil good? How to make it make sense? How these people that call themselves royal families, you know the history, how they got all the stuff that they have today. I was listening to I was reading an article. What's his name? I think his name King Tetris. How the Britain came in and colonized his village, and he refused to be a slave, where he ended up killing himself. But the thing about it is that they had captured his son. Yes, I'm gonna go ahead and put that video out where they captured his son, where I think it was Queen Victoria. She had the son, and the son was so miserable, so depressed, where he ended up dying at the age of 18. And the family today want the remains of that prince to go back to Ethiopia, but they refuse to give his remains back to and send it back to Ethiopia, where they saying that it's going to mess up all the rest of the whatever. I don't know. I got to finish reading some of the stuff, but whatever it was, it didn't make no sense, because that right there was the time for them to go ahead and clear their conscience. But the devil does not have no conscience. But the thing about it is that I want to go ahead and uh, do more research to that story, because I remember who it was. I think it was King Haile Selassie. I remember when he went tour all around the United States and also in Britain, where Haile Selassie and Queen Elizabeth, they was pretty much friends, which like I said there and say, yeah, friends, which most all of his stuff end up into their museums. But why, he knew the history that King Petra's son remains was in Britain. Why he didn't ask to get it out? Why he didn't ask that they release the child's remains and bring it back into Ethiopia? Like I say, guys, when it comes to the rabbit hole with all this stuff right here, it's a lot of stuff that it's just so deep, and now you wondering why they didn't want all this stuff in our history books. It's just too embarrassing. But like I said, oh well, this is our history. You cannot, sweep it under the rug or continue, to not think that it's not going to come out, because as you can see, the chickens are coming home to roost. And this generation right now, like I said, this generation is searching and they are seeking, and I think that they know now that their time is almost up. And I pray that he that have an ear, let him hear what the Spirit of the Lord is saying. And this is where, like I said, this is where I'm going to be. I'm going to also make some videos, but it's time for me to do one thing, and that's to open up my mouth and let myself decrease and let the Most High God increase. Because it's time for our people to re educate themselves. It's time for us to shake off all that residue, all those lies. And we got a lot of little fools around here. Instead of telling you the truth, telling you what thus says the Lord, they wants to exalt themselves. They wants to be God. But this is not a single or a one-man show. We are strong when we come together in unity. When people are telling you, look here, look there, that they are gods, they are the Messiah. Great is he that's in me, that is in the world. This is unity. The only way that Satan will fall to his knees when we come together in unity. Divided we fall. Why you think that they trying to keep us separated from each other? Because they know if we separate from each other, then they know that they can be able to come straight through. But when we together, we are a force to be reckoned with. And that's real talk, guys. It can't get no clearer than this. So it's time for us to now re-educate ourselves. And all these ones that's coming out here, and the Most High God is giving them the knowledge, but yet once they get it, they start blowing up, get the big head where they wants to become God. Well, God is going to bring you to open shame, because the Most High God that I know, He's not going to share His glory with no anybody. So soon the minute you start exalting yourself, He's going to cut you down just like a tree. He's going to bring you to open shame, where the people going to say, oh, if you are God, then why your God is not pulling you out all this stuff you are in? He that have an ear, let him hear what the Spirit of the Lord. How the Most High God you gonna say that you are the Messiah? You came to lead your people out, but yet you sitting on the couch. Make it make sense. What did you ever do besides talk? Cheek and tongue will say anything. Our people today, right now, is looking for a solution, and the solution right here is easy. It don't take a rocket science. Like I say, what I'm telling you right now, I'm telling you what even a child can understand. You don't need a PhD. All we have to do is change that stinking mindset, renew our minds. Stop allowing social media and television to become our God. Stop being so entertained with the things of this world. All it is a cheap trick. These people is not living that life. Look at this guy. I can't think what his name. I made a video of him before, where he was all on social media. On you will see him at every event. He's a gay guy. I mean, dressed real good. But soon in a minute that the writers went on strike, he was losing his home. The, they wasn't even like 3 months into the writer's strike, but yet he was losing his home, because people, you think that they are about that life. No, these people is in front of the cameras because there's somebody, like I call the power that be, is pulling the strings. Got you thinking that these people are living that life. They are rich. They are eating good food. They are riding around, traveling all around the world, and driving in luxury cars. And so it mess your mind up, where now I want to live like them. I want the nice clothes. I want the nice house. I want to drive the best cars. So what do? You go sell your soul. You go out there and you do all these crazy stuff that you see they doing out there. And before you know this, that's when the Satan say, I got him. I got him. That's just a cheap trick. So my job is to tell you to keep your eyes off the things of this world, because it all belongs to you. Like I said, I'm not telling you to get rid of the Bible. I'm telling you to know how to rightfully divide the word of truth. The word is not hidden. It's only hidden to those that are lost. But like I said, guys, this is it. It cannot get no clearer than this. These people are having their kingdom right here on earth at your expense. Did you hear what I said? These people are having their heaven right now at your expense. Why you think that our entertainers cannot die with their legacy intact without them people trying to dig the grave to take it from them? Look at Michael Jackson. They still trying to sue Michael Jackson. Look what happened to R. Kelly. Look what happened to Whitney Houston. Our people will not die with their legacy. Look at Hugh Hefner, Elvis Presley. All these people did the same things as the ones that I just called their names, but they get to die with their legacy intact. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Look at all the stuff that our former president, Donald Trump, all the stuff that he did, and how they sat there and wanted to overturn the government. I mean, it had a whole bunch of people out there where if you saw a black person that was out there, it would look like a fly in a bowl of milk. But when it all came down, they found that one fly to put the blame on. Come on, guys. Like I said, some of this stuff, all we have to do is blame ourselves. We can't sit there and keep blaming others because some of the mess that we are in because of our own self. Because, like I said, in their eyes, they do nothing wrong. All those prisons is not built with them in mind, but with you in mind. Because their job is to keep you at their foot because they don't look at you as one fifth of a human being. He that have an ear, let him hear what the Spirit of the Lord is saying. And this is where I'm at, guys. This right here is where I'm at right now because it's time for us to s- shake off these grave clothes and come out of her because it all belongs to you. You are the apple of God's eye. You are the tribe of Judah. Why you think when we start teaching our people, start waking up our people, then what they do? They do anything to sit there and try to cancel you, try to shut you down. That's why I tell you guys, leave these people's stuff where it's at. I see my girl Starbucks said, and did you notice that the mixed brother had got the most time for trying to overthrow the government? Absolutely, that's what I'm saying. The most time. Yes, they did. They gave him like 22 years. And he wasn't even out there. But like I said, sooner or later, honey, you're going to realize who you are because they're not going to have your back. If anything, they need you as a mass scout so you can sit there and take the fault. I never saw so many white people in my life sat there and had got arrested, but they needed somebody to blame. And like I say, not all white folks is good. I mean, bad. Just like all black folks is not good. I like I said, it's like we are humans. You know, human beings. We all originated out of Africa, whether you want to believe it or not. And they trying to sit there and find some other place where life had begun, but it's take them right back to Africa. So it's not a black and white thing. It's about superior, trying to be superior over one another, trying to exalt yourself over another. How can you go into somebody else's continent? Make it make sense, guys. Make it make sense. How can you go into somebody else's continent, somebody else's country, and you sit there and come in with that superior complex that you can sit there and just take over. And like I said, all the resources comes out of Africa. If Africa decide to shut down the lifeline to all these countries that's connected to Africa, then no country will exist. Every country would die out. Look at France. How France was sitting there taking all these people uranium, getting billions, 500 billion dollars off of they Iranians and only giving them 50 million. Make it make sense. Make it make sense, guys. And you see stuff like that, we don't want to hear. But the Most High God say, tell it to them anyway, because no more hocus pocus. This right here is real talk. And I hope you guys make sure you share these videos because stuff like this, it's not going to fly. If anything, they'll try to tuck this away like they've been tucking it for over 400 plus years. I got 5 more minutes. They don't want that truth to come out. But the truth is going to set us free. That's the only thing that's going to set us free because God is truth. And the truth is what's going to set us free. And that's why I say, he that have an ear, let him hear what the Spirit of the Lord is saying. I'm not talking in some language that you don't understand. You understand quite well. It may not come as articulate as you think it should. But like I said, my job is to just tell it. I'm only the messenger. So don't get mad with me because all the stuff that I'm telling you right now, guys, all this stuff right here, it can be researched. This is nothing new. This is nothing new under the sun. And like I said, when it comes to all this stuff right here, we are now in the age of information. And ignorance is a choice. So if you refuse to know the truth, then that's something on you because don't expect these people to teach it to you. Don't expect these people to teach it to you. Why would they teach it to you? They had 400 plus years to tell you the truth, to correct this lie. But they continue covering one lie over another. But the thing about it is that it's up to you how you're going to receive this information, how you're going to say enough is enough. It's up to you. The choice is yours. And do I have all the answers? No. I'm searching just like you. The rabbit hole goes very, very, like I said, not to come alive because it's chasing home the roots. You cannot keep shutting out people, celebrities that have a huge platform, shutting them up, where you having them to come on when they know the truth. They keep apologizing. No, no more excuses. No more excuses. We have apologized enough. Now it's time for them to face the truth. It's time for them to face the truth. And the thing about it, we are some very patient people because God is patient. But now your sins have reached the highest heavens where enough is enough. Tired of being tired. And now I even dropped the video where the Pope came dies. But yet, that wealth. The Catholic Church still have all that land. Was that land donated or was that land taken? All those artifacts, all the gold, the jewels, the minerals, the oil, are you going to return? Are you going to make it right of all the stuff that you took? Or are you just going to apologize and we're just going to accept that? Like I say, when it comes to cheek and tongue will say anything. The mouth would say anything, but it's what comes out of the heart. And this time, like I said, it's time for action. Put up or shut up. Because when they came in and they took everything, they didn't leave. Just look at how they left our people in poverty. If I'm going to give and I'm going to share my bread, then at least I should be able to eat off of my bread. Why would you want to muzzle a ox that's plying the field. I just don't see that. How can a person do that? You got to be a very evil person to go into somebody else's house, not put one dime in it, eat their bread, take their kindness, and make it evil spoken and leave. And you kept going back and back and doing the same thing over and over. And I asked the Most High God, how is that? Why no one said enough is enough? Why do you see now the younger generation is the ones that's stepping up? Because there's some AI in the camp, some AI in the camp. Our own people is selling out. That's what it is. Long as their families is taken care of, not worrying about nobody else. And that's what Africa have to do. Africa have to get rid of these sellouts, these ones that's taking bribes under the table, because the enemy cannot come in unless somebody else open the door, and that's real talk. So, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and close it out. I done did my hour. He that have it, let him get what he say. And I know you guys gonna be tired of it, but like, oh, I am so full. And God say all I have to do is open up my mouth. And I know a lot of people don't want to hear the truth. They're looking for me to entertain, to gossip, to talk about all this stuff that's going on in these reality shows. But like I said, all that is a cheap trick. He that have an ear, he that have an ear, what the Spirit of the Lord is saying. So on that note, guys, I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your Saturday. Be blessed, and thank you, Starbucks, for coming in and moderate for me, holding me down as usual. Make sure, guys, all I'm asking you, I'm not all I'm asking you right now is to make sure that you share these videos, because like I said, one can put 500 a flight. Just imagine what two can do. If you share, you put thousands of flight. And on that, that is real. Peace out.